Hey guys, I'm MBJ, and you might be asking why I'm wearing the GFR outfit. Firstly, I don't have a designated live action outfit for this channel, and secondly, I just kind of want to be a little more transparent in this update video, as I'm talking about some big changes coming to the channel. So, my last video, Toad's Revenge, which was a very good video, and you should definitely watch it, is going to get a part 2, which will be the final part of the first era of MBJ. I never really talk about this, but I've always kind of seen my channel as a sort of show, in a sense. You know, as in something that has a continual storyline as it goes on. And I feel like we're coming to a very big pivot point for the channel's history, as I want to expand the channel's boundaries and borders and make it a little more than just a kids Mario Plus channel. Because now, with me being 14, and yes, you guys can guess my age now, I think it's now time for the videos to sort of mature and become more developed and a lot more grand and impactful than they were 3 years ago. Because I started this channel back in June of 2019. By then, I had very little idea what I was doing, and I didn't really start grinding the channel until around a year and a half ago, around the end of 2021. And now I think with Urban Mahoney helping me out with these videos, both on this channel and with GFR, I think my YouTube journey truly begins now. So I just want to go over some things that are going to change in the channel. This is going to be an unscripted video if you haven't already noticed, and I'm going to be rambling a lot in this update video, so if you don't like that, then I'll probably make a community tab that's just going to relay this information a lot quicker and more concisely. But if you want to see me, this is the video for you. Not sure who wants to see that, but hey, if you're the one person that doesn't like reading text, then that's good. So, firstly, the big thing I want to change about the channel is the video style. For the longest time, I've sort of made my videos about random events happening in the video story context, and the characters are sort of reacting and going along with it. I don't want to change that now, as I feel like the channel should now be more focused on telling an actual coherent story, rather than just shoving a bunch of random jokes in your face for 15 minutes. And now, with me having a video camera and being able to make these videos look and sound a lot more professional, then I think this is going to be a very swift thing to change. Not an easy thing to change, but a swift thing to change. And with most of the MBJ characters now being, I have a shelf full of all the characters, that's why I'm looking over here. That's why I do that sometimes in this update video. But with all these characters now being mainstay characters that will have major impacts on the channel, and already have to a certain extent major impacts on the channel, it's now time for these characters to get a little more developed and have a little more character to them, a little more personality. Not necessarily backstory, as I don't think that needs to be explained or shown unless it's a certain character or whatever. But I think with more professional video making decisions that me and Urban are doing, it's gonna be a lot easier to make these videos actually good. And if you noticed, with Toad's Revenge, that was a video that took weeks of making. But don't let that, I'm not gonna make it sound like I was making that video for the entire span between the idea coming to my head and it being uploaded, because that's not the case. In fact, I actually took several days off just to goof off and do whatever I want rather than film or edit. The editing process was horrible though, I never want to go through that again in my life. But hey, if you liked the video, I guess it was all worth it. I personally really enjoy it. But that video was around 16 to 17 minutes, and it was a video that didn't really need to be expanded on. I just kind of had an idea in my head and I just went through with it, which is much better than me making a grand idea and sort of messing it up, like I did with videos like Mario's Bad Dream, for example. That video is horrible, don't watch it. And, well, I don't think my videos are anywhere near the quality of any of these plush tubers. I think they are starting to get a much more professional and a lot better at telling a story and making you actually be entertained by it, I guess is the best way to say it. The second thing I kind of want to change is the scripting, and this is something I kind of have to talk to Mahoney about later on, but I just want to tell you all this. For stuff like the Mario and Luigi Chronicles, scripting will be a lot harder because we have to make it word for word, and that's just something because while I'm good at improvising and sort of making up things as I go along, I know that it's much better for us to sort of plan everything out in the scripting process and not in the filming or editing process, as it makes the videos feel a lot less random and just unstructured. But for the standalone videos, I think it's going to be interesting because with the Toad's Revenge script that I did, it was only just a 3-act structure. It was only one page. All I did was just go through everything that went through in the different acts of the video. And I think I'm going to do that, and also a scene-by-scene scripting process, which is basically just every scene that's in the video, but not every word that's spoken or every character that speaks. I think that's going to be a lot better for making things feel more coherent and concise while not having everything feel robotic and monotone. Which, personally, I think it's a big improvement for me not scripting at all like I used to. I only recently started scripting my videos, and I think now it's starting to improve the channel a lot. And this kind of ties into the next thing, and that's uploading. I know I hate upload schedules and plush channels, as I feel like they sort of cause the creator to rush through and not think everything about the video through, or certain aspects get left out, or something along those lines. But I think for me, while I'm not going to have a very consistent upload schedule, I'm going to give myself one anyway, especially with the holidays coming around and stuff. I have plenty of video ideas I want to go through and make. You know, we're only about halfway through November as the time I'm recording this, and man, the year's almost over, good lord. But my upload schedule is gonna be something along the lines of, at the very least, one video every 2 weeks. And I will usually post on the weekends, so Friday, Saturday, or Sundays when I'm usually gonna post. I'm not gonna give myself a once-a-week upload schedule, as videos take a while to both plan and edit respectively. The filming process isn't horrible, it's just sometimes I need to wait a certain amount of time just to make a certain scene, and that will probably be fixed with my new planning and all that. But for the most part, I think this new era of Mario Bros. J is going to be a lot better than the last. And I actually kind of divide my channel into 3 eras now. We have Era 0, which is everything from the very start of the channel to around the video Sonic vs. Mario, which came out, I believe, October of 2021. And then everything from that video to the next video, the video after I post this, the Toad's Revenge Part 2, is going to be Era 1. And then after that, next video is going to be Era 2, where all of these changes are going to officially take place. And so I think with most of these changes, it's going to be a lot of positivity going around to the channel. I want to actually make this a career and pursue my dreams personally. You know, I've been wanting to do that for a while, but I haven't really gone into the effort of actually doing it. And so that's essentially what I'm going to be doing. But with this new upload schedule, I will have to say, sometimes there will be certain weeks where I miss an upload or a couple uploads. Either I am too lazy to actually upload something, which will probably happen a lot for the foreseeable future, or I have other plans going on that prevent me from editing or uploading or whatever the next process in the video is. And the final thing is certain aspects that we haven't exactly planned out yet, but things that are gonna change regardless. The first thing I want to change is sort of how the characters act. I want to give them, like I said, I want to give them more developed personalities and all that. We haven't assigned everyone a personality yet, but I want to push for more coherent personalities and make all the characters sort of independent of each other. So in the case of a video where a character is by themselves for the majority of it, it doesn't feel like a boring slog that just drags on all the time. And that's something that we're gonna be hopefully doing by the time this new era starts after Toad's Revenge Part 2. And the other thing is, after, I want to say January, the channel will become a lot more consistent, because that's when everyone is sort of free, I guess the right way to say it. And so I'll probably get more actors than just me and Urban, and the channel will be a lot better at that time. So that's essentially what I wanted to say. I will probably make a community post on this, probably right when this video is uploaded, if not a little after. But take all these things with a grain of salt. I haven't finalized most of these things yet, but I do want to say, after these 4.5 years, I respect what I've done. I would probably change a couple of things if I had a choice, but since I don't, I'm going to make the future the best it is. And with that, I'm MBJ, and I'll see you on the next video.